Morning, we welcome Steve Watts, who's the president of SAP Asia Pac and also Japan. Nice to have you with us, Steve. A good Monday morning to you. So your CEO there, Bill, sounding very optimistic, and he specifically mentioned that Asia Pac is the fastest growing market for SAP in terms of mobile users in China. So how much will this Sybase, acquisition help your specific business here in the APAC?
Yeah, it's certainly very real, bringing that unwired enterprise to life. And we are seeing across some of these faster growth markets, China, India, Indonesia, Vietnam, we're seeing many of these markets are actually skipping a technology layer today as they move over the top of that PC and they move to that smart device real time across the customer base.
Yeah, it seems like mobile is the way to go for a lot of companies. In fact, we even had News Corp's founder, of course, Rupert Murdoch, saying that the future is about mobility. Is that what SAP is banking on these days, especially here in the Asia Pacific? As you said, a lot of these economies, I mean, China didn't even go through analog, so it looks like digital 3G is a new space, right?
Yeah, there are three key elements. We chatted a couple of weeks ago, obviously, as we released our results for Q1. There's that classic on-premise software purchase that will continue and will continue to build out. There's the growing on-demand, and then finally that on-device market that really is the fastest growing market today across APJ.
Yeah, and when can we actually start seeing these this concrete impact from the Sybase purchase? Like, when will we see it on your bottom line in terms of sales across the Asia Pac? Is that going to come in third quarter as well for you?
Yeah, it is, and we're going to continue, obviously, to run Sybase as an independent company within the SAP group, and it will continue to scale as it has done, and we'll build those synergies across the coming quarters.
Yeah, you mentioned synergies, Steve. I mean, there needs to be, synergies, considering we have a lot of, economies, countries with homegrown Asian mobile platforms. And specifically, let's talk about China, because we have China Mobile coming up with a TD-SD CDMA. It's a mouthful, but that's what's happening across the Asia Pac. So can you actually correlate and synergize here?
I think there's two sides to it. One, there's the innovation, obviously, that SAP and Sybase will drive, and that's inherent to who we are as a company. Secondly, we're going to create that innovation platform to allow our partners and our customers innovate more. So we'll create the platform and allow then people to monetize that platform as we go forward.
Okay, and Steve, is it obvious that the focus here in the Asia Pac is on China, on India, the big numbers, big populations?
Yeah, certainly that's the biggest area of growth. So you've only got to look at the mobile devices. I mean, I've got 6 countries coming up in the next 3 weeks as I run across. Very rarely will I personally touch a PC. I think that's no different as we run across China, as we run across India. That's how we're consuming technology. It's how we're actually running our businesses today. Okay,
Steve, let me quickly touch on a big topic, of course, across the Asia Pac, in fact, globally, and that's the chaos and the turmoil we're seeing in Thailand. Has that turmoil, those clashes affected your business at all?
Yeah, it certainly slowed down Thailand, but what we're seeing more broadly across the region, as you saw with our Q1 results that we released a couple of weeks ago, we saw about 23% growth across Asia Pac in software. So across the portfolio of countries, we're actually holding pretty strong, but certainly it has slowed down Thailand specifically.
Okay, and how specifically has it slowed down Thailand? I mean, you have offices there as well. Have they had to shut down? Do you have workers still on the ground?
Yes, and we've gone through, I think, the same cycle as many customers there. On a number of days, our guys have actually stayed at home, but they're continuing to service our customers as best we can. And certainly, we're very confident that it will come back. Thailand's a key market for us across Southeast Asia, and there's no doubting it will scale. Right now, what we're seeing is just a delay in purchases. We're seeing customers right now, understandably, just delay those key purchases they had in mind. They'll slip out a quarter or two, but overall, in the mix, we'll continue to see strong growth.
Yeah, I hope so, and hopefully that situation clears itself up in Thailand. Steve, let me quickly ask you one more question, and that's to do with the RMB, the Chinese currency, because, of course, there's a lot of debate about this. We have U.S. Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner and the gang heading to Beijing next week, and now France and Singapore jumping aboard, saying China should do something about its currency policy, which will be in its own best interest. What about SAP? Are you hoping for some sort of movement in the yuan?
No, well, and our world is a little bit simpler. We sell in yuan. So we sell in local currency to our customers. Currency will be what currency will be. I'm not going to try and turn the company into a treasury organization. At the end of the day, our customers live in China. They buy in yuan. When you run down to markets like Australia, they buy in Aussie. The currency for us will be what it will be, but our customers clearly buy in local currency.
Okay, well, that's interesting, Steve, because a few corporate heads have weighed into this debate. Are you surprised by that?
No, and look, I think we've always tried to say SAP will stay close to our customers. If we help our customers be successful, and you see it here with the acquisition of Sybase, you're seeing that this is all about helping our customers scale, grow, and be more successful faster. At the end of the day, if we keep looking after our customers, there's no doubting that SAP in the midterm will continue to be very, very successful.
Okay, Steve, thank you for joining us on this Monday morning. Nice seeing you. That's Steve Watts, the president of SAP Asia Pac and Japan.